Crunch. I'm ready this time. Need an extra... How many extra... What did I put on it? 2 extra minutes? Something like that? Needed 2 extra minutes. Needed 2 extra minutes. I'll be up in a minute. Renee wasn't ready, and I have scared her. I'm sorry. So you needed 3 extra. I don't know. I need a little extra time. People asking about cables. I cleaned them up. I didn't do it in the way that I thought that I would. Because yesterday I recorded Morning Mario. And I assumed that before I did Morning Mario, I would clean up the cables because they were in the way. I didn't do that. I moved them onto the couch. Did Morning Mario, and then...
Put that toast up.
What?
Toast somewhere for my coffee. By the remote.
Oh.
Thanks.
And then after I had done it, yeah, then I cleaned up the cables. It's not the way, you know, that I thought I would do it, but... Anyway. Welcome. No help, Stephen. Good morning, Mallory.
Banjo skeletons at Costco are my favorite thing. They strum a guitar and then you want to sing the dueling banjo song, which has no lyrics. Nothing rhymes with lyrics when it's 9:06.
That actually rhymes with lyrics.
I was trying to see 9. I was like, wait, 6 rhymes.
It's pretty good, Mal. That's pretty good. I mean, like, that's a near rhyme, and I know that there'll be a few people that are like, but wait.
No. Mr. Game Boy wants an encore from me. It's way too early, and I haven't had coffee. I have some oatmeal, and it has apples in it. That's the end of the song.
That was pretty impressed, actually, though. Like, that was pretty... So the first one was from Raxo64. He said, Mal only, sing about the banjo skeletons for skeleton. No help, Stephen. Also, good morning to y'all. With the 6,000. And then another from Mr. Game Boy 18, who says, encore, Mal, encore. And I would love if you brought Among Us to Stephen and Friends. It would be really fun to watch you all play. Also, here is a menacing number 1. This has definitely been a countdown of some sort. I'm not sure what it means. Raxo, Mr. Game Boy, thank you. Mal may not thank you, but I thank you.
It's fine.
What a great way to start the morning.
This is so hot.
I'm sorry. Mine's probably hot too. Anyway, good morning. Welcome to Thursday. What an exciting day to be a Thursday. What a good day for a Thursday. What a wonderful day. My glasses are dirty. Oh wait, no they're not. My eyes are fuzzy. I was like, man, everything's a little blurry. And I looked at my glasses. I'm like, that's not the problem.
Just blink a few more times.
I need to blink a little bit more.
Satsy says, hey Mel, did you get your Hobonichi package? I did.
That is the subject of yesterday's vlog. There's a lot of great stuff in it.
I'm really excited.
It's big.
What do you mean?
The thing.
The box
the
I got?
Techo.
Okay.
The Techo is big.
Yeah, I got a cousin.
Oh wait, they are a little dirty. Okay, that's
I did
good.
post some photos to my Instagram. But I do go over everything I got in the vlog that will be from yesterday.
Coffee!
Maybe this will help. My eyes are only part of the equation. Oh yeah, that's way better. Okay, great.
Still too
Great.
hot.
Wonderful. Thomas says, you are bending your glasses so much, those poor hinges. Thomas, guess how many years old these glasses are? Just guess. They're fine. I'm fairly certain these are the only pair of glasses I've owned while the vlog's been around.
Sounds right.
I'm pretty sure I have never got new glasses on the vlog.
Your eyes have not changed in that long. Both his eyes are the same prescription, and they've been the same since I've known Stephen.
Yeah, I don't...
You're a good candidate for LASIK if you ever wanted it.
Yeah, maybe at some point. Oh, we haven't tried. Well, we've tried these, but we haven't done it on breakfast stream. There's a vlog where we try these, but the vlog's not out. Vlogs are a little behind. They'll probably start to change today. This is a Jimmy Dean sausage, not sausage bowl. Well, it is a bowl with has sausage in it, but it's a breakfast bowl.
I saw someone mention mine. Mine are from Warby Parker. And they worked much better than my Costco ones. Your mom says you had those glasses before you went to college.
Yep, sounds right. Wait, before I went to... Oh my god! They're older than I thought. So I had these in high school.
Yeah.
So I got these probably in 2006 or 7, so these are 13 or 14-year-old glasses. They're fine. Not a problem. Mr. Gamoy says, that's my normal breakfast you're getting there. I tried this for the first time the other day, and I like it. I like it. I feel like I don't know, I wish the potatoes were cooked more or something.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's fine. It's one of those, you know, it's a microwave meal, so you gotta set your expectations. But once you do, it's good. Yeah, my glasses...
2007 is her guess.
So right before I went. My, you know, my prescription changed a lot as a kid. And then I got to a certain point, and it didn't. And that's my story. It's my whole story. Did you get those frames because they were the only ones that would fit well on your head? I don't remember.
That's a possibility.
But it's possible. I feel like I have a large head. So that could have been it. Brandon says, some of my siblings are younger than your glasses.
Renee's kids are younger than your glasses.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, it keeps coming up, like... With the eye insurance we have, I can get a new pair of glasses. Every year you can get either contacts or glasses.
That's our old insurance.
Oh.
That's how it was for a long time, though, so...
How is it now?
We don't have vision now.
Oh! Anyway, I'll be sticking with these glasses till I die. Okay. But for a long time, it was you had to choose, and I just kept stockpiling contacts, which is really funny, because I was getting like a year's supply of contacts, which for me is like a 3-year supply of contacts. So for the longest time, I just had massive amounts of contacts. Doodle says, my first thought when you said 14 years old was, those are older than me, even though I'm 20. I relate to that. In my brain, I've never actually, like, we've never gone past like 1998 or something. Like, it's always kind of like 1998 in my head. So when people talk about media or video games or something in relation to years, then in my brain I'm like, well, it hasn't been that long, and people are like, well, it's been 20 years, and I'm like, yeah.
22 years.
Yeah. Yeah, Thomas says, that was 20 years ago. Yeah, I know. It's not... I was having a conversation, I think with Alex and Haley, and we were talking about the Wii, and I made the comment about it being retro, and they were like, the Wii isn't retro, and I was like, And they're like, the Wii isn't. And I was like, it's 14 years old. And they're like, oh my god. Oh my god. And I was like, uh-huh. Yeah. It's 3 generations ago? Or I guess 2 generations ago, if you want to count the Switch as weird as 0.
Yeah.
Wii U and then Wii. Yeah. Counts as retro to me now. 14 years is old. Anyway, let's read some stuff this morning. We got 300 bits from Item Crafting Live who says, well, stream's over. Hi, Chaz. Who even knows what Chaz did while I was downstairs? It's hard to tell. 7 months from Pickletron who says, I did it again and again and again and again and again. That's what you did. Thank you. 22 months from Old Ramen. At 22 months, the ramen is old. But we're keeping it around. We got a subscription from T-Chaos. Welcome. 6 months from Petros14. Hey guys, it's been a while since I last sent an update. Baby Anna is the size of a cauliflower blossom at 33 weeks. She's currently around 5 pounds and is gaining half a pound each week. It won't be long before that due date of October 29th.
That's not that far.
Hope all is well. That is 5 days after Extra Life. So that's how I can keep that into perspective. Because I know how it feels to get to Extra Life from here. Because I'm like, okay, I'm like keeping track of the dates. It's going to be, I'm going to say, roughly 100 times more exciting for you. Welcoming life into the world. But that's awesome. Another early congratulations. And, yeah. Time's moving fast. Time's moving fast. We're going to be to that date before you know it. It's going to feel like this. We get 23 months from Harm NTG. It says 23 months on my birthday. Nice. Happy birthday. That was really well timed, by the way. That's a separate alert from Rexa. That was really well timed. Loved it. Excellent work. 2 months. From Mortally Crafty. Good morning. 2nd month sub, but I've been watching with my husband for much longer. Y'all are the best. I appreciate that. I'm glad that you all enjoy watching together. We get a lot of messages, and also just hear anecdotes on like stream alerts or whatever from either couples that watch together or sometimes entire families, which is really interesting. There's a few families that have reached out to us over the years and have continued to watch. And I'm like, well, that makes me feel good. We got 6 months from Prince7 who says, I hadn't initially planned to pay for a sub until gift subs had gotten me to my golden sub, but well, September is the thing, so I said, screw it, gonna sub for 6 months. Plus, I've missed about 2 weeks of streams due to no Wi-Fi land. Celebratory return, hurrah! Man, being without Wi-Fi sucks. Or, well, internet, I guess.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi also. Speaking of, and this will probably sound insane, I've never had wired internet. Well, I've had wired internet up here, but I haven't had it set up to my work computer. Like, everything has just been Wi-Fi. And even though I'm right next to the router, it's not as fast as having Ethernet. So the reason I hadn't done that is because there's only like 3 ports on the router. And I finally ordered a network switch and plugged it in last night. So as of now, I have Ethernet on my work computer. And it's great. Because my speeds went up. Because of course they did. So it's exciting.
Suddenly Kepi appears.
Hi, buddy.
He popped over that top step just silently like a phantom, like, here.
You want up here? Oh, my water bottle was over there and fell. Come here. Come here. Come on up. I think he's confused by this thing.
Put that on the floor.
Here you go.
Come on, Kepi.
Come on, bud. You're so close. You're figuring life out. It's clear you want a people. Come here. Come get a people. Here he comes. Good boy. You like my breakfast bowl? It's got eggs and cheese and sausage and bacon and potatoes. All things that you have never ever consumed. Just don't put your tail in my... There we go. And he's in a lap. We're good now. Eggs. So soup? Well, maybe if I was making them. Jimmy Dean doesn't make the eggs as liquidy as I would like.
Is there a cat hair that got in it?
Oh, no, it's cheese. It looked like a hair, but when cheese gets really, really melty and it gets to the point where it's like paper thin, that's what that was. It's fine. It's fine. 8 months from Skullapencha. Appreciate it. Almost a triple plus. 5 months from Tegan Mouse, who says, hey, Stephen and Mal. It's been a while since I've been able to see you guys live. I got a great new job as a restaurant cook. Loving it so much that I'm thinking of going to school for it. Loving your Breath of the Wild playthrough. Your mom. Oh, God. That's exciting. I think the most exciting part of that is getting a new job doing something and then loving it so much that you're like, wait, I want to, like, do this. That's really exciting. Especially because there's probably lots of things in our lives, in everyone's lives, that maybe you've never done before. And when you do it, you'd absolutely adore it, and we don't even know about them. Whether those things could be potential careers or just, hobbies we really enjoy, we don't even know until we try. That's really cool. Good luck with your continued cooking, and you have to let us know if this journey for you changes at some point in the future. And I'm glad you're enjoying Breath of the Wild. Let's see, we got It's So Awesome that good. I love cooking, but it's not something I've loved enough that I would ever want to do it professionally. But I love it to the point where I wish I did it more. That's my big thing. I know. Well, I'm getting to the... And I do it more. I think I do it more than I used to. And I'm...
You do cook more than you used to.
And I'm also trying to just become more familiar with... I don't know, like understanding how to naturally help things. Like if I'm working on something, like just having the innate knowledge of like, oh, this needs this. Mm. I'm not great at it, but I'm getting there. There's a few things I feel like I do really well. 100 bits from Uncle Emo. Or Imo. Uncle, thank you. 100 bits from Pickletron says, no one can hear you scream in space, and space is the final frontier. I like it. Now chat, I don't know. 7 months from Sasker64. Appreciate it. 300 bits from Prince, who says, Mal, you did some great songs for starting out the morning with...
Thank you.
Also, Steven, Pikmin shirt. Are you as personally hype as I am? Like, yeah, I turned 21 this year on October 15th, but October 30th, Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Hype, hype, hype. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Also, I don't know if other people have either thought about this or not, but like Super Mario RPG ends right as Pikmin 3 comes out. It's like really well timed. Really well timed. So I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna do, and we might have a little tiny buffer in there, but like the YouTube version of Mario RPG ends, and then I think it's within like a day or two Pikmin 3 Deluxe comes out. So I'm like, this is real good. This is real good timing. So yeah. Just know that Pikmin 3 is on our mind. We're well aware it's been years now since Pikmin 2 came out, and we're gonna figure out how to get that in there in the most efficient way possible. 6 months, double plus from Mizuki Celestine. This is morning, grandparentals. Hope all is well. Things are good. Things are pretty good. 100 bits from Monkey CLD. Appreciate it. 300 bits from Shishisamo says, good morning. I learned how to shoot insta-kill lasers with my pickaxe and hatchet in Final Fantasy XIV recently, so that's been fun. I also found out that I've put 6.25 days of playtime into Final Fantasy XIV over the past 2 weeks, which is kind of incredible. Yes, that's a... Even at just 6. Mm-hmm. 6 of 14 straight days. It just means you're having fun. It means you're having fun. whenever you put a lot of time into a thing, I know that some other people outside of what you're doing may not understand. They'd be like, how could you put that much time? The thing is, if you're enjoying something, you're probably not going to enjoy something forever. Enjoy it while you're enjoying it. I don't think it's a problem. I know I've told the story before of how Alex put, over the course of 4 years, over the course of high school, freshman to senior year, he put 1 year of playtime into World of Warcraft. So whatever the hours work out, 24 times 365, he put 1 year of playtime into World of Warcraft over the course of his high school career.
Over a course of a 4-year period.
Yes, which
so
means
like
1/4 of his entire high school experience was spent in World of Warcraft. When you start to do the math on that, and you're like, well, you have school, and you have sleep, it's a lot. But you know what? He enjoyed himself. He didn't fail school.
No.
Quite the opposite. He managed it. Is that what it works out to? Yeah, I guess that would just figure out 1/4 of a day. Thank you, Plotix. Yeah, so 6 hours a day. Yeah. And then he got to college and he started to play, and he was like, I have things to do. And then he just stopped playing, and I was like, it's one of those things, like people who people who smoke are like, I can quit anytime I want. In this particular instance, I guess he could, and he just stopped, and I was like, okay. But he had fun while he was playing it.
He's one of those people that's like, I'm gonna do this, and then he does it.
Yeah. Speaking of, I'm gonna give a little shout out for my buddy Alex. Alex does videos occasionally, but he just released a video onto his channel yesterday, and it is the first. It's actually funny because Emil released his first IRL video yesterday. So did Alex. They both released their first IRL videos on the same day. I don't think Emil even knows that. But yeah, Chaga Conroy released a video. Discardables. Which is this. I think he wants to make it a series of him doing Pokemon card reviews and just talking about the experiences he's had with the game. But then also, Alex did a video talking about submitting bug reports to Unreal, and it's his first video he's ever done on camera, and Brandon has the link. It's a really great watch. Even if you're not into Unreal, Alex presents information like in an organized way. It's very clear. He has little like graphic animations, and also it's funny. I guarantee you there's at least one part in there where you will laugh out loud. Just because he has a great sense of humor. So, yeah, if you haven't seen either Emil or Alex's videos, bookmark them and watch them after the stream. They're great. They're really, really great. I think Alex wants to make more of those, so if maybe you're someone who's interested in Unreal and you have questions about that, leave a comment on his video, because there's a good chance that he'll make a video about whatever you have an interest in. Anyway. We have 300 bits from Yoshiller. Hey! Who says, hey guys, a bit of a random question, but you guys still play Animal Crossing New Horizons these days, or have you fallen out of it a bit? I have not played in a bit. Well, asterisk. We recorded 2 more episodes of Stephen and Friends.
Almost 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half.
Because we didn't play this last weekend.
But aside from that, I have not touched the game in a while. Which is a shame, but like, I was seeing the time on the table for me, because I was playing it
too much.
Yeah. And I think it was back when I was still trying to finish up Fallout, and I was like, I need to finish Fallout, and it was like a slap to the face, and it's like, I'm gonna put this down and work on Fallout. Mao, however, has still been playing.
Yeah.
Mao is still playing every day?
I'm at least logging in, and I really want to get all the art. So I'm checking if Red is there, and I just had him on Monday, so. But, like, I'm logging in every day, and on Saturdays when we're done recording, I've been working on my island.
Bradley says, good to know, thanks for the answer. No problem. Yeah, I like the game. I like the game. And like for as long as I could manage, I was playing it every day. And I've logged an astounding amount of hours into that game. In fact, I wonder if I hit 300? Maybe? So like that's a lot for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of hours for a game that's not for a game for leisure.
For you, yeah.
Like that's kind of insane for me. That doesn't happen. So that kind of, when also seeing that number also gives me pause too, because I'm like, oh, I need to invest that into stuff.
Other time? Mm-hmm.
Aw, Chaz said Animal Crossing was Steven's first vacation. Secret of the Corral was his second vacation. Now vacation time is over.
Does Steven get vacation time during Extra Life?
Yes, he does. But so does Chaz. So it all works out. Man, I get vacation time. Chaz gets vacation time. Dan gets vacation. Well, kind of. Dan will work ahead and then he'll relax with us during that time too. So everyone will have vacation time. It'll be great. I'm really looking forward to Extra Life. Not only because of Extra Life, but because of the week after it. We're gonna be taking, as best we can, we're gonna be taking like a week off. Kind of. Plusonic gifted a sub to Yo Schiller. So, got access to those emotes again. We got 24 months. From Phelps Out, who says 2 entire years. It went by so fast, but my life was in a completely different spot back then. I'm glad you guys have been a part of it. You've helped me during some rough times. Happy to have been there, and happy that you've been here. And congrats on your 2. We get 300 bits from Raxo64. Says, got birthday money on Sunday and always wanted to make Mal sing early in the morning. Sorry, Mal.
It's alright.
It was great.
I was really impressed with myself.
I was impressed too. Especially because sometimes it feels like you're meandering in such a way because you're lost.
Oh, I'm always lost.
No, you're not. You're actually not. And then you end up rhyming the line. And I'm like, it genuinely surprises me. I'm like, oh, she did it. And I don't know if you have a rhyming pair when you start the first.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I just start talking.
And it comes out.
It's
Hey, that's good. That's good, though.
Just hoping that the word comes to me at the last second.
And it did. Sometimes in ways that feel like accidental. Sometimes. We had 100 bits from Gaigu89. Appreciate it. 2 months from Jithy Picard, who says 2 months. Woo! Making me feel better as I have to get my wisdom
teeth examined to be removed.
Oh, there we go. Wisdom teeth examined to be removed. Have you two ever had them removed?
I did.
I did not, but Mal can tell you all about it.
Let's see.
Something about eat ice cream.
Yeah, eat your food. I was in college, and I had it done over winter break about 3 days before I went back for spring semester. And I couldn't eat Raisin Toast.
There are wisdom inside my teeth. Sorry.
Anyway, my biggest tip for people is always have ice cream, like plain vanilla or chocolate. Don't use a straw.
That's a weird specificity.
Not to use a straw?
No, like chocolate or vanilla.
You don't want anything like hard and crunchy. You want something like plain.
Oh, you just mean ice cream without stuff in it.
Yeah. Okay. Winter Felsie Bunny says, lift off pudding and applesauce. Me too. I got really tired of pudding and applesauce and yogurt for a long time. But, yeah, I think it was about a week or 2 where I was only eating soft stuff and then slowly added more.
I mean, at this point, I actually thought that I was going to have my wisdom teeth out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I ever talked about that much, really, but whenever, when I was in college, I don't remember exactly when it was, but I started having extreme pain, like basically all throughout my mouth, and it was my wisdom teeth, and I went to a doctor, whoever,
dentist,
whatever, yeah, something. And they looked at everything, and, you know, it was clearly, like, bothering me. But they looked at my mouth, and they said that it was coming in okay, And I
They
was
said
having
your
like,
mouth was big enough.
yeah,
to
that was
fit them.
there was another thing too that was a part of that, but that's basically what it came down to. Is they're like your mouth is big enough to support these teeth, and I was like, thank you. But they hurt for a while, and I was getting headaches and stuff, and then it just kind of stopped.
I started having pain at Chicago Con.
2008.
Yeah. When we were in Chicago for Starman.net Con. I don't know. I had fun that week. It was lots of like laughing and smiling, and I started to notice pain. And so I went to the dentist when I got home, and they were like, you need your wisdom teeth out. And I think I had them out 6 months later.
That was 12 years ago. Everything is a long time ago,
Yeah.
basically. It's so weird, too, because... I don't know. I felt like an adult then. I mean, I was. I'm really old. But, like, everything's changed now, too. Because now I feel...
Now you're Grandpa Steven.
Well, yeah, now I feel older still. You're older than you've ever been, and now you're even older. Anyway. Where was I? 19 months from Spinach Wrap. You said,
Ow. Sorry, I had a hiccup, and it hurt. Thanks.
You're welcome. 19 months from Spinach Wrap says, my Tuesday and Thursday morning meetings have been canceled, so I can consistently watch live. That was too many meetings. Too many meetings. Virtual meetings without webcam mean that I can crochet or lay dramatically on the floor when I only need to listen, but still. Also, shout out to dramatically laying on the floor. Some people do it more often than others, but I think at some point everyone has dramatically laid on the floor. Sometimes it's nice for your back.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like it.
He is snoring.
He's tired.
I gotta take a picture.
Cat tax.
Cat.
I most often dramatically laid on the floor at my parents' house, I think. Actually. I did it more there than I did here. Maybe it's because I know that their floors are always clean. And our floors rarely are. So I think my dad vacuums every single day. But when we were... whenever we would be over there, which now feels like a millennia ago, there'd always be a time where I would just, I don't know, probably like once a month, I would just go, I need to do this, and I would just lay on the ground. It's fine. We got the 302 bits from Prince with the Star Rain, the Pikmin Star Rain, relevant.
There's the cat tax.
Is cat tax time? Look at that little guy. Too bright for Kepi. He often sleeps that way if the lights are on. He's such a good little stinker. He is snoring. He snores. 300 bits from Gold Mage. He said, many pinnipeds, including sea lions, display marked sexual dimorphism. Males are generally larger than females, peaking in the southern elephant seal, which can have males 4 to 5 times larger than females, and sometimes have other different body features. California sea lion males, for example, have a much thicker neck than females and a raised portion on top of their heads called a sagittal crest.
4 to 5 times larger is massive.
That's really big.
Mm-hmm.
Like, 2 times larger would have been big. But 5 times larger is wild. Corda says, so Stephen and Haley. Yeah. Like, the size difference, and I mean, I'm not 2 times taller than Haley.
No.
Can you imagine if I was 5 times taller than everybody? Can you? Well, I feel like I'm pretty sure I would die. If you get that tall, then you get blood circulation issues and some problems. Anyway. 2 heads taller, yes. Isn't that how tall you are now? No. So I'm glad I'm as tall as I am. And
Sometimes.
Well,
sometimes you're like.
Sometimes I'm not. But for the most part, I really feel like 6'6" is like it's the limit. You might be able to start pushing up towards 7, but you're going to start running into problems. You know, we actually, I think it was on Tuesday, we talked to someone who was 6'9", and like, I don't know exactly the problems that would show up. If you were 7 feet tall, you're going to hit your head on stuff.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, you did knock yourself unconscious in Japan.
I did do that. You know who didn't? Haley. Yeah, be careful in Japan. Japan is not designed for you. Tall people. It was fine. I woke up. 300 bits from Item Crafting Live. Well, it's the end of summer, and I'm huddled under a blanket watching yesterday's snowstorm slowly melt. The Earth is a weird place. What's your best weird weather story?
You must live in Colorado, Wyoming-ish area.
Oh yeah, we saw the weather report from Denver and was like, I'm sorry?
It was like
90 something and then
on
30
Tuesday.
something?
Yeah.
It's a bit much. I don't know if I have a super weird weather story, to be honest. But you might.
I mean, I've seen tornadoes.
Is that your weird weather story?
Well, there was, when I was student teaching in 2011, spring, 2012? When did I student teach? The spring before we got married.
2011.
2011. Tornado came through the town next door where Lindsay's mom actually lives. And I drove that way to school in the next morning. And like, there was a building, a house, and the whole front of it had been ripped off. And their kitchen was there facing the street. And you could see, like, the cabinets were still there, but the back of the cabinet had been torn off because that was the wall. And you could see the dishes just stacked. So, like, the tornado took off the wall, but left the dishes. And there was, like, 2x4s through the curb, and, like, it was crazy.
It snowed here.
That is pretty wild for here. One of my favorite memories...
I mean, it snowed more than once, but...
One of my favorite memories is I was, I don't know, middle or high school sometime, and I had been up north in Wisconsin. And when you say up north in Wisconsin, you mean like closer to Upper Michigan, the Upper Peninsula. And so my grandparents lived up there, and we had gone up there, and all my uncles were up there, and some of my cousins, and some of my aunts. Mm-hmm. And a bunch of us went out hiking, and my grandma dropped us off somewhere. And we went hiking, and it was a beautiful...
Like for fun.
Oh yeah, for fun. We were in the woods hiking for fun.
My grandma just dropped us off somewhere. We had to find our way home.
There wasn't any parking there. It was like this trail on the side of the road, and it was a beautiful fall day. Like, peak fall colors, like everything was like yellow and orange and red, and it was just gorgeous. And it started snowing while we were out hiking, and it was just a lot of fun.
I haven't been... hiking in an unknown amount of time. But I enjoy walking through the woods, which is weird because, you know, for what we do.
Wilson's hiking for fun?
Yeah, I just saw it. Hiking for fun? I don't think so. I think it's just nice to, like, for survival. I think it's just nice to, I mean, it's nice to get outside occasionally, and there's something enjoyable about doing a little trail through the woods or something.
Yeah, I took you to a place the very first time you went to visit me. Mm-hmm. The very first time we met in person. I took you to
I remember.
Thousand Islands in Kakana, and we went hiking.
That was just a wonderful trip in general because it was the first time getting to spend IRL time with you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's actually probably one of the last times I did something like that, to be honest.
I don't know. I know everything outdoors in Wisconsin. I know what to watch for. I know all the poisonous plants. I know
South Carolina's scary.
I know the snakes and the spiders and everything. And then down here, it's like, well, we got all the venomous snakes and all the venomous spiders and
ticks.
And I mean, there's ticks in Wisconsin too, but like
And
it's
alligators.
Like gators, and it's like also watch out for the sharks in the ocean and the stingrays and jellyfish.
Sassy says, and all the venomous gators. Yeah, it's. I can see why there would be some hesitation here. Yeah.
And there was, Shark K Uhaha says, you guys hiked in Arizona. Yeah, but we had someone who had grown up in the desert with us. Because, like, Steve is from there, and he knows everything, and was like...
Well, also, we hiked, well, you could call it hike. We walked the trails and stuff when we were with your family.
Oh, in northern Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did that, too. So, yeah, okay, yeah, that's probably the last time we did something like that. Thank you for reading Shark K Uhaha. It's a good name. Anyway, 300 bits from Shushisama, the Star Rain. What was it?
Beltron, the venomous tourist. Yeah.
Welcome to Myrtle Beach. 100 bits from Psycho Red. 6 months from Generic Juice Boxes is just want to remind everyone that they should draw Steven as a plant, particularly a cactus. Which I guess with no context makes it sound like Generic Juice Boxes lost their mind. But if you've seen the most recent episode, heard?
Listened
to the most recent episode of Disc Only, we were talking about, alternative ways to draw, folks. John has his own persona. Jared has his own fursona. And I suggested that Tom be kitchen appliances, and he said I should be plants. And I was like, that's fine. I like the idea of just being drawn as a swallow. Because they're big, tall plants anyway. And I'm like, yeah, I'll be cactuar. Sure. 1,500 bits from Pickletron XD says, does this still work? Also, great songs, Mal, and great news, the sky is not yellow today.
Did you see any of the photos from San Francisco?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. It's an IRL blood moon. It's my first thought because we've been playing Breath of the Wild. I've seen all the stuff coming out from the West Coast. And, like, first off, you have to get past the fact that, oh, Jesus, this is real, oh my God, this is not good. But if you get past that, briefly, momentarily, you can appreciate that it's actually very beautiful. Like, the pictures are stunning. Mm-hmm. But when you remember why they're happening, you're like, oh God. But if you haven't seen the pictures coming out of the West Coast, like, Jesus, it's crazy. It's crazy. So take some time this morning and just look at what's happening because, I don't know. When people post photos and they're like, I have not altered this photo. You know, this is not Photoshop. The sky is orange. Yeah, you know, is it ideal? No. But is it stunning? It's stunning. Not for the good reasons. Ursula says the sky is very colorful right now, but it's very smoky. Mm-hmm. But there's nothing offensive in finding beauty in the colors. Yeah. It's nice to find some beauty, I guess, in the situation. We have 24 months from Micro X Roses. This is 2 wonderful years of toast. Here's to another. Agreed. We'll just do it. Let's do another 2.
And then you'll see.
Yeah. Just keep renewing this for 24 months. We'll come back in 48 months. We'll see how we feel. We'll see. Should we do more? I don't know. I have a feeling a lot's going to change in the next 2 years.
Yeah.
I have a feeling there might be a lot changing in the next year. We'll see. We'll see. We'll talk about that later. 100 bits from Cats Online 1. Appreciate it. 500 bits from Red2006. 1 from Australia. My weird weather story is a day we had over 3 inches of heavy rain in summer. It flooded the lowest part of the street, cutting it off from the main road. My brother was on exchange in Germany at the time and didn't believe us until we showed him photos. Man. Yeah, that's a lot of rain. Remember when you remember when it flooded Charleston and people were canoeing through Charleston?
Yeah.
That was wild.
Through the market? Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, geez.
I mean, yesterday, we got, like, an inch or two of rain where we are, but, like, in Pawleys Island, which is on the southern end of our county, yeah, Will says, did y'all see Pawleys? They got 8 inches yesterday.
Yeah. And I was like...
And they're, like, an hour from us.
That was the most confusing part. I was like, what are y'all doing down there? We're
just dropped it all there.
We're not that far away, and I'm like, why'd you get all this rain? We're up here, we're fine. Anyway, I think potential downpours, huge amounts of rain, flooding is one of the most. I think it's one of the hardest natural disasters to truly wrap your mind around, honestly, because when you don't have it, when things are fine, it's really hard to imagine water levels being that high.
Yeah. And one of the things that always is mind-blowing to me is when we've had, 300 or 400-year floods in the last 5 years?
Yeah, 100-year my butt.
Like, you can see the lines on the trees after the water's receded. You can drive on these roads and see where if you look out into the woods, you can see it on all the trees how deep the water was. And it's 10 feet deep in places over a road, and it's incredible.
It's one of those things that when you're driving around, you can't, it's too hard to imagine. But then later, while these floods and stuff are going on, and they show pictures, it's like there's entire, single-story buildings that are underwater. And you're like, oh my God. And then eventually the water will recede, and you'll be driving by those buildings again, and you'll be like, oh, that's crazy. And Mal's right. You can see the water line on trees. And you're driving, and you're thinking, how can water be that high?
Here on this road.
Yeah, like, the road is dry. Everything's fine.
In New Orleans, I know there's marks where Katrina water depth was, like, on buildings. Like, they've permanently put a placard up. And it's just like, wow.
Yeah. There's, Hazel in the 50s was one of the really, really bad hurricanes to hit this area.
Yeah.
And up in Wilmington...
Yeah, at the Fort Fisher Aquarium.
When you go to the Fort Fisher Aquarium, there's a placard that... Well, it's like on a pole.
Yeah.
And the water level was like 18 feet deep. And it's like showing you where it was. It's like the water level in this area was 18 feet. And you're like...
Yeah.
You briefly go, but why would anyone live here? And then you're like, crap, I live here. It's... It gives you pause. Especially with the hurricane that hit Louisiana just a few weeks ago. And then very specifically the water that came in from that. There was an astounding amount of water that hit, I forget the name of the city now, but it's like 50 miles.
Lake Charles.
Lake Charles, that's it. It's 50 miles from
the coast.
We're less than 10. And I told Mal, I was like, if a hurricane of that magnitude hit us that close, I was like, we'd be in trouble. There would not. There's nothing you could do. There would just be water coming up the stairs, Anyway, I'm gonna move on. 3 bits from Chive says, I got my wisdom teeth taken out during Christmas break of year 3 in college. Was that 5 years ago already? Dang. Anyway, my wisdom teeth actually came in sideways, so they were pushing against my other teeth. After the surgery, I went, I can walk. I could not. I was wheelchaired out. My mother took me immediately to McDonald's to get a McFlurry, but I couldn't eat it properly because my mouth was still numb, and I just started crying at my inability to eat my ice cream. Anesthesia, man.
I have a friend who does not react well to anesthesia. And...
Is that friend me?
No.
Okay.
No. She had her wisdom teeth out the summer after high school. And I remember hanging out with her, and she was super loopy. for a long time after.
Yeah.
But I remember also being like, I can walk, and they were like, no, you can't, and they wheelchaired me out.
Fortunately, I've managed to keep all my teeth, and I've had good experiences with anesthesia.
They're amusing for me, at least.
Well, I'm gonna say they're objectively good. They're good, I end up not remembering them, and then they're good for everyone else. So I say that it's a net positive. But mostly, this just reminds me that McFlurries are a thing, and I haven't had one in a long time. I gotta get me a McFlurry at some point. My frozen drink of choice was always the Wendy's Frosty.
I always wanted
a Wendy's Frosty. What is it? There's this much. It's all about teeth. I grabbed the one part that's a McFlurry, and I'm like, man, Frosties.
See, I'd rather have like a smoothie or something with fruit and less dairy.
It depends on the mood I'm in.
Or like a fruit slushie.
Depends on the mood I'm in.
Yeah.
Diddy Egg says chocolate or vanilla. In my mind, there is only chocolate Frosties.
I never liked Frosties.
There are only chocolate Frosties. Like, vanilla was introduced by the time I was in, like, high school or later. And, like, I've had one, and they're fine. They're fine. They're fine. And if people prefer them, then I'm glad that they have the option. But, like, I had Frosties when I was a kid. There was only chocolate. So, man, now I want a Frosty. 500 bits from Arpiga, who says, just had a birthday and was most excited about getting some sheets in a vacuum. I'm getting old. Also, my favorite weather memory is having a snowball fight during a snowstorm in an ancient Roman amphitheater.
That's awesome.
That sounds pretty great. That sounds pretty fantastic. And yeah, you get excited about sheets in a vacuum, you're getting old. But there's a lot of great things that come with getting old. For instance, sheets in a vacuum. We get excited about sheets.
You know what I want for Christmas?
Sheets?
Another set of the ones that we like.
Which ones? Because we have different opinions.
The ones you like.
Oh, the jersey sheets.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're called jersey sheets because they're printed with a photo of Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Should I explain for real? Nah. 100 bits from Danny T. Appreciate it. 300 bits from Dark Overlord, who said, see, I'm used to the concept of flooding being in the UK, which happens pretty frequently. It's when it happens near me in a place I never expected it to, does it really make me go, oh, damn. Yeah, I mean, there's places in the US that have a tendency to flood. And even around us, there's places that have a tendency to flood. But whenever it happens when they show footage on the news of places that you see often, that you see regularly, and those are the things that are underwater, that's when it hits closest to home.
Yeah.
There's a disconnect, unfortunately. And you can have empathy for people who are in situations like that, but whenever you see footage coming out of Louisiana, you feel bad, but you can't relate in the exact same way until it happens where you live. And then whenever it happens where you live and you see, like, oh, those are the restaurants I went to. Oh, that's this or that.
You see your state governor walking down a street that you drive on every day.
Yeah, and it's covered in water. That's, I think, the big thing. Also, shout out to Ori's Restaurant. Is Will still here? Shout out to Ori's Restaurant for closing months, like 3 or 4 months. They had been open for like 60 years, and then they closed like just a few months before a flood literally put the entire building underwater. And I was like, well, that was well timed.
They knew.
Will said they knew. I mean, inside weather job. I was sad to see him go, but like, it was a great restaurant. Oh my God. I bet we go there in the 2018 vlogs.
I bet we do.
Oh, that was a great restaurant. Anyway. Also, did everyone get a chance to see the March 12th vlog? I know the current timeline vlogs have have been a little behind. I guess we're about a week behind. I haven't been thinking about that too much because I've been focused on just all the other things. But that vlog took all day. Like, there was literally an entire day's worth of work to get that out. So, it's kind of hard to balance doing them because I was really like, oh, I'll do 2020, 2018, 20... And now I'm like, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. I need to just catch up 2020 and then work on 2018 whenever I'm able. So...
Come here. Come here.
He's fine.
No.
He's having a good time. He's washing his leg. It's leg wash day. How does Chaz feel about that? Chaz just wants me to be in a position where things are releasing and my stress is low. That's all that Chaz really cares about. Chaz just cares about me. I know he does. So, and I appreciate that. I'm just doing what I can to get things out in a timely manner. And the most important thing is not like current timeline fall behind. But if you haven't seen March 12th, it's worth watching. Yo, Schiller says, well, if you ever need/want someone to help edit your vlogs, I'd be down to do it for free. The thing about the vlog is that it is my baby. It is my. I was willing to let Dan edit Let's Plays, and like now it feels second nature, but at the time it was a very hard thing to do for me.
To let go of.
It was very difficult. But I can't let Dan, I can't let anyone else edit vlogs. Maybe one day I'll come around to the idea, but right now I'm just not there, and I'm like, nope, my baby.
You let me do a few at one point.
I think you've only ever edited like 3.
Yeah.
And it was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine.
But you had to check them.
Yeah, I did. And now that because things are, the pipeline of vlogs are even crazier because I'm more and more interested in color and I'm more and more interested in finessing little things. Now I can't even let anyone do it. I just can't. It's getting too personal. Eventually, whenever I get whatever the next vlog camera is and I have access to like 10-bit, oh my god, it's gonna be great. Ursula says, I get it. I edit for others, but I'd never let others edit my stuff. It's your passion project. Yeah. I enjoy it. I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to seeing how the vlogs change in the future too. Anyway, 11 months from Mr. Dr. Max, who says almost a whole year. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. In other news, my university has now gone 2 full weeks since classes began, with only 5 COVID cases since move-in. That's great, because our university has over 1,000. They have over 1,000. They were actually at a special dorm that they were putting people in.
Quarantine dorm.
Quarantine dorm. Fun. It's fun. It's fun. Paul says, but what are the IMDb ratings for Mao edited versus Steven edited? I only recently found out that I have an IMDb page. I did not make it.
People are saying SCAD for the college. No, our state.
Our South Carolina college. USC. Which I know USC, everyone's like, California? No. There's University of South Carolina and University of Southern California, and they both have USC. And USC for South Carolina only really means that in South Carolina.
Yeah.
The rest of the U.S. is like, oh, California.
Mm-hmm.
Go Cox.
You can't just say that and not explain.
I mean, I can. Thomas, yeah. Yeah, I love how I said that, and Automod's like, Thomas had to permit it.
Their mascot is a bird.
The mascot of the South Carolina team are the Fighting Gamecocks. and there are so many. It's so hard to explain. It's so hard to explain.
I remember being like, what?
Yeah, Will's right. His name's Cocky. And like, this is gonna sound insane, because it is. It kind of is. It kind of is. But they just say, go Cox. And it's one of those things, if you grow up around here, it's just in its second nature, it sounds fine. And then, for everyone else, you're like, I'm sorry? But yeah, there are shirts that just... There's shirts that just say Cox.
And when they're USC colors, like, it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, if someone's wearing a burgundy shirt and it says Cox across it, you're just like, yeah! Go Cox! Chad says, thanks for making your mod team busy. This is all technically family friendly. All technically family friendly. I think the worst one... The worst one I've seen is, I saw a woman walking around in, I don't know, I call them booty shorts. Like, they're just really, really short shorts.
Okay, you can just stop there. Everyone can
extrapolate
can fill in, the information.
They were burgundy, man. Go USC. The other team is a tiger, which is far more wholesome and enjoyable. Go Tigers. Definitely rolls off the... Anyway, let's move on. Hope you all learned something about our state today.
Our state universities.
Fighting Gamecocks. 500 bits from Mr. Gameboy 18, who says, so with this convo over flooding and fires and stuff, it reminds me why I live in Ohio, a place where the most I worry about is the cold. I mean, it's true. There's natural disasters everywhere, and Ohio does have to deal with, tornadoes occasionally. Definitely more than we would. But are there safer places to live? Yes. Yes. Actually, I was interested at some point about, like, what state is best...
Least prone to natural disasters? Yeah.
I looked into it once, and it's like Idaho. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, I guess, yeah. Because it's too far west to be in, like, Tornado Alley. Mm-hmm. It obviously doesn't have to deal with any hurricanes. And, apparently, if you really want to live somewhere where you just kind of chillin', Idaho. The people that are not in the U.S. are probably going to be like, where's Idaho? What is that? Yeah, don't worry. We're the same way. My apologies to everyone who lives in Idaho. I hear it's beautiful. Ian lived there for a while. They have potatoes or something.
They grow potatoes.
And that's it. Everyone's safe if you grow potatoes.
Well, Alexis, I'm doing work there.
Really? Nice. I've never been to Idaho. That's it's kind of our last frontier. Is the Great Plains states.
Are they Great Plains?
No.
Or are they Rocky Mountain?
Are they? I don't know. They're past Great Plains, I think. I don't know. We have to. We'll get there at some point.
We got to start in like Arkansas and go northwest.
Will says I'll move to Idaho and start a French fry farm. You probably have a lot of competition. 500 bits from I Know How to Spell Calm, which says, I gotta say your booster voice is my favorite voice of the decade. Well, thank you. I'm trying to remember exactly what voice I gave Booster. He was kind of crazy, wasn't he?
I don't remember.
Alright, so Princess Peach has gotta do this.
Yeah.
I think that was
what does that remind me of?
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway.
Brandon says that's it. That's not... So the way I remember a voice that I've done is that I just think, what voice would I give this character? And that's why it's really important if I want to remember voices that I have to instinctively give them the first voice I think of, because that's the only way I'll ever remember it. If I hesitate, if I'm like, no, I have done that voice for a character, let's do a different thing, then when we see them, I'll never remember.
Yeah.
Safety says, how similar is this to a DBZ character? Goku. You gotta have these sensu beans. Jesus. 100 bits from Rain Ray. Appreciate it. 3 bits from Chai, who says, fun fact, the term 100-year flood is a misnomer. They don't actually happen once every 100 years, go figure. If I remember correctly, they have a 1% chance of happening every time it rains. Yeah. Also, to add to my wisdom teeth story, that was the winter break I finally beat Xenoblade after playing it on and off for 2.5 years. Yeah, 100 years, 100-year flood is,
Coffee!
It's bad. It's a bad term. They should not use it, ever. And our weatherman doesn't.
No.
Because he's so good. God bless that man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we really have one of the best weathermen probably in the country.
He's won national awards.
Yeah, he's good. But yeah, they should stop saying that because it really gets people... Yeah, Ed Piotrowski. Because it starts putting people get too lax.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, they'll be fine. Also, we haven't done beans! Jesus, why haven't I done... I can't believe we went this long on beans.
Are you talking about Ed?
Ed.
People make... he's a local hero. They have shirts for him.
He has his own bobblehead.
He has his own bobblehead.
Yeah.
They have glass beer pints with his face on it that say, that's what Ed said.
Yeah.
He's, like, on local commercials. Like, he does parades.
Yeah. And all of this, I guess, ends up making it sound like he's some sort of narcissist, but he's really not.
No,
he's a
he's
really,
super
really,
nice.
really down-to-earth dude.
I really wanted a bobblehead, but we were in Japan when they gave them out.
She really did want a bobblehead.
I really wanted a bobblehead.
And I was like, well, we can't get it. So...
What he's been doing since the pandemic started is he's been, like, if people are like, hey, it's my birthday, he's driving past their houses and waving on people's birthdays.
Oh my god. Local hero. Local hero. Anyway. 23 months from PK Magical, who says, soon. Almost to that, too. It's been so exciting to see the twos. Usually says, what's the weatherman's name? Ed Piotrowski. And he's, you can follow him on Twitter. It's actually somewhat worthwhile to do it if you live, like, I mean, in the area, certainly, but even, like, kind of on the East Coast.
He's the reason I knew Denver had 90 degrees and then snow.
Yeah, he's a fun guy. Let's see, we got 310 bits from Item Crafting Live with the Dan Good star rain. Dan is good. Agreed. 300 bits from Cats Online 1, who says, morning you two. Here's more bits because I adult and have enough to get some.
Renee has his Twitter.
Oh, there we go. If you wanna check it out. Corda says, is it the Yikes Dude? I don't know what that's referring to. I don't know who the Yikes Dude is. He is not Yikes, so if that's the question, no. He good. He's always been good. I remember actually being a kid and like him coming to the school or something.
Yeah, he gives talks at schools.
Will says, Eddie Burback is the Yikes Dude. Will's here with your info, because I don't know who that is. Let's see. Breakfast streams give me a reason to get up early on the days I don't have classes. Fun tidbit. I'm a first-year college student, and in my planetary and space science class, we talked about Kepler's laws of motion, and all I can think of is Kepi. Give him lots and lots of pets for me.
He's on the floor right there.
Have a good day today.
The planetary motion laws.
Mm-hmm. It's fun because we get this message every once in a while, either as an alert or as a comment on a YouTube video. Because when people start studying Kepler, if this is the Kepler they've known, then they're like, oh, Kepi. If it helps you remember,
yeah,
then I'm all for it. My stomach made a strange noise.
Kepler's laws of motion are no, am sleep.
Very different laws of motion. Let's see. 300 bits from Pickletron XD with the star rain. John says no. 24 months from Crunchy Face. Congrats on 2 years. We got 300 bits from Action Cat, who says, I'm so glad I get to start my day with the best internet grandparents. Going on a trip today and getting my first break from work since 2020 MagFest. God, MagFest was like the last time that there was things.
Yeah, January.
Also, apparently PAX is happening, but it's like online.
Digital, mm-hmm.
I got an email for it, and it was like, do you want to do PAX? It's online. And I was like, no. Not really. I'm good. But shout out to anyone who is going, or there might be someone here that's doing a panel or something. Neat. Surprised it's happening, but I guess it needs to happen. Because, like, their business has to function. But for me, I'm like, if I'm going to do a convention, I'd rather, like, be there. Kayla Chris said, did Pax just text you, like, heard you talking? Yeah, Pax was just like, and you're never invited back.
It was your mom texting us a picture of something Ed tweeted.
Oh, really? Of course. Of course. Let's see, 300 bits from LHMS1704. Hey, you two. Really happy it's Thursday and breakfast stream right now. Today's been a little hard, so it's been really nice to watch you guys for a while with some coffee. Being able to just relax in the morning with some coffee is probably one of my favorite things of adulthood. Actually. Like, whether I'm doing the stream, because I enjoy the stream, or if I just get up in the morning. It's been a while since we got up and just, like, watched news. Not to mention in 2020, I don't really want to watch the news. But getting up in the morning and just, like, existing in the stillness of morning and having coffee is, like, one of my favorite things. Especially when it's nice and early. 300 bits from Platinum Pikachu. So all the talk of flooding reminded me of back in February. I was heading to university on the train, and as I approached the town where it is, I saw that the river had flooded. I'd seen the river flood before, but never as high. I went into town to see just how high it was and was surprised to see it was several feet higher than normal. I had to take some detours to get around the water. I also have a honk, even though I didn't see any geese then. I think the surprising thing for us is that sometimes when it rains here, the water starts to come up into our yard. And that's been a little concerning.
Standing water from the rain. It's not the pond out back flooding into our yard. That would be concerning.
Well, that water still rises.
Yeah.
Rises quite a bit too. Mm-hmm. We're always only just a little bit. We're really like.
Chaz is hearing all of this and he's like, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry for triggering Chaz, who's had so many basement floods that should be illegal.
Well, I meant he was gonna make us leave.
Oh well, that also may be a true fact. But yeah, just you know. You're never really that far away from everything flooding. It's fine. The games are on the second floor. 500 bits from Zeosarn who says, I sensu need some help. Because sensu. Goku. Good morning, everyone. Super brekkie time with French toast, sausage, eggs, and bacon. French toast, sausage, eggs, and bagel, chocolate chip scones. You only really need French toast. French toast is one. We actually just had some French toast. We just made some for dinner the other night. Wonderful. I'm really jealous of the chocolate chip scones. Oh my god. And since it's September, an iced pumpkin spice chai.
I love chai.
Yeah, I like them. Y'all stay awesome. I am jealous of your breakfast. You're truly achieving super brekkie. Actually, last night we had super brekkie for dinner, and because the vlog yesterday was very much just unboxing the Hobonichi Techo stuff, we didn't film dinner. Mm-hmm. I posted a picture on Instagram, but we really went all out.
You went all out.
Well,
you had more stuff in yours than I did.
Last night for dinner, we scrambled up some eggs, a little more firm than I normally do them, so I think more people would be on board. We cooked some bacon. We had fresh whole mushrooms that we had gotten from Costco. I sliced them and sauteed them. And then we also made hash browns. So we made all of these things and then put all of that with cheddar cheese and salsa into a tortilla and had breakfast burritos. It was delicious. They were so good. I was very full. I was very, very full. I really loved it. Anyway. Did I? Oh, yeah. Okay.
I know, that's how I was earlier.
That happens a lot to me. That happens a lot where I finish my coffee and then I secretly am like, could I have more coffee? Nope.
Kayla Chris says, do you have a good hash brown recipe?
Yes!
I was going to say no, because we always mess them up, so we just buy the patties.
I was going to say yes, the patties. I love the patties. I'm a convert to the patties. It's not that I don't like shredded hash browns, but consistently the patties come out better than the shredded ones do. And also, I think I like them more. I think I just like them more. Also, you can put that on a sandwich. That might be a little weird for people, but I actually like the change in texture in that. And they're basically tater tots. Spinach Wrap is right. They're basically, if you like tater tots, you'll like the hash brown patties. And as Will says, yeah, so good on a sandwich.
Coffee.
And they are. They're great. Anyway. 2 years. Where's the music?
I was gonna guess. I bet that's what it is.
I drank my lop. Listen. Daniel, you're taking too long. I'm gonna do the next song. There we go. Play us in, Robbie. Mole Mines. 24 months. 2 years. From Anorak, who says, 2 years, holy crap. It's been more like 8-ish years of following your content, but what a great thing Twitch has been for this community. How are you this morning, grandparents? Doing good, Jesse. Can't complain. Looking forward to working on some vlogs today, mostly, because I want to try and catch things up. It's going to be a majority of my day. Also, Morning Mario was interesting yesterday for me when I recorded it, because I recorded it in a completely different way than I have ever recorded it.
And you were using your new desk.
Yeah, it was a lot of new things. I recorded it at the new desk, and the camera angle was like slightly different. Once I'm keyed into the picture, I don't know if people will even be able to tell, so that might not matter. But I recorded it on the Streambox, and I've never done that. I normally record it on the Mac, but because the Mac is now kind of far away,
yeah,
I was like, well, if I hook things up with the Streambox, this would be, I think, more convenient. And it might end up being more convenient for Dan, because the way I did it is I did a multi-track audio recording. So you have the game's video and the game's audio, and then also my commentary audio is in just the one file. So I did a very small batch of recordings because I want Dan to look at it and make sure that it's fine. If there's any weird oddities, he'll be able to catch them in post. So
so you can change it for next time.
Yeah, I want to make sure. I don't want to send him like, well, Dan, here's a month's worth of Mario. It's all broken. Instead, I just did a little bit. So hopefully everything's fine. And hopefully, like, it was easier for me to do. And it should, in theory, be easier for Dan to do because he doesn't have to sync my audio track. My audio track should just be synced. So we'll see. We'll see. I also changed a few things with like exposure and color on my end.
Yeah.
One of the things I want to figure out before I get to doing normal solo streams is I want to get all of the color perfect. Tyler says, this is dangerously close to becoming camera talk. All right, move away, move away. 3 bits from Action Cat, who says, have either of you ever had creamed chipped beef? It's my comfort food breakfast.
My dad loved that.
What is chipped beef? It sounds familiar.
It's just a little... Here, you might recognize it.
It's just a little... Everybody needs a little... Show me a picture. I'm sorry, do I know this as a different, less appropriate name?
Yes, you do.
Okay. I was like... 'cause I think Will's in the same mindset. You eat it on toast, right? Because I know this as,
yeah.
let's say, poop on a shingle.
Yeah.
That's the same thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I only had it once.
Yeah.
I was not a fan.
Poop on a shingle. Man, is that just a US thing? Is that just a Southeastern thing? Like, I have no idea. It's a far less appetizing name. Yeah, it is. Although, between the two, poop and poop, the non-quotations is less appetizing, I think. Huh. So that's the real name. Creamed chipped beef. Interesting. Anyway, I don't know if I've ever actually had it.
Chopped dried beef in a white
gravy.
sauce.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, a southeastern thing is sausage gravy. Mm-hmm. We do sausage gravy a lot. Will said the alliteration makes it taste better. I mean, that's probably why it has that name.
acronym.
Oh, okay. My mom said that her dad made it and called it SOS, which is a nice acronym that makes it a little more accessible. We just call it SOS. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had it, but I've had sausage gravy, so I'm sure I've had something very similar. And we do that a lot here. Even a lot of...
You mean like the region we live in?
Yeah, the region we live in. Even,
I've never made sausage gravy, so...
Even like some of the fast food restaurants and stuff. I think Hardee's still does biscuits and sausage gravy. It's a big thing here. It's something my dad really likes. Neat. But that's a little different than that.
Than SOS?
Yeah, it's a little different with the way the beef is cut, I think. We're always learning stuff. It's exciting. 520 bits from Mr. Gameboy says, so in the location before I moved, a lot of houses flooded because the pipes would get backed up. One time my friend's basement got fully flooded with sewage and other stuff you won't want in a house. That's the worst weather story I have. Yeah. Chaz has entered the chat. Chaz has been there. Yeah, that's the one thing that we don't have to worry about here is basements, because no one in the South has basements, because we can't.
No one on the coast.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you gotta go pretty far inland before you can have basements.
Yeah.
Because we're too far
too close to the water table.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And I can't even wrap my mind around having a basement. Mm-hmm. Like, it's such a weird thing. So, yeah, there's no basements here.
How weird was it for you to visit me for the first time in Wisconsin and stay in the guest room in the basement?
It was weird.
Okay.
It was weird. So, like, growing up, my grandparents lived in Maryland, West Virginia. They had basements. Mm-hmm. So, like, it's not that I'm unfamiliar with the concept of basements, but, like, obviously we don't have a basement. My family, my parents don't have a basement. None of my friends locally have basements because no one can have a basement. So...
You can rarely find a house with, like, a walkout basement, but that's because they live on a hill.
Sure.
So it's kind of not really a basement.
Sure. I'm not sure how far west you need to go in South Carolina before you start seeing basements.
I'm not sure. My aunt who lives in Maine lives closer to the coast than we do. She has a basement, but it's all rock there.
Yeah, it's Maine.
Yeah.
Also, it would be great if we had a basement. There would be so many places to put things. Probably have some room to put stuff. I'm jealous of John.
Yeah.
I'm very jealous of John because he's got this huge basement and he's got all the games and stuff set up in it. And he probably doesn't have to worry about hurricanes flooding his house. Large sigh. 500 bits from I Know How to Spell Calm says, hey grandparents, I'm visiting my IRL parents and I'm enjoying Virginia Beach. It's the first time I've seen them in 6 months. You're right, the beach is relaxing after all this time. It's a great place to vacation in a pandemic. You know, it's truly not safe to spend great deals of time inside. And depending on where you're vacationing, that may be like the main appeal. But if you're going to the beach, you can go to the beach and you can be pretty safe, and that's great. So, yeah, Virginia Beach is beautiful. Myrtle Beach is beautiful. We gotta plan a time to go walk the beach.
Yeah.
That really needs to be a thing that we.
I mean,
do.
Tourist season is over. It's getting cold
out.
out.
You know what would be fun? Mm-hmm. But it would. It's not as convenient.
What?
Well, we've been doing our Will says tomorrow. I was gonna say this pertains to Will too. We've been doing our driveway chats.
Uh-huh.
And it might be fun at some point instead of doing driveway chat to like meet at the beach.
The problem with that is it's super windy at the beach. I already have trouble hearing people in our driveway.
It would just be different.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, we'd all have like sand in our shoes or whatever, but we'll shout.
I also think it's supposed to rain today.
I mean, that's a problem, but that's a problem in the driveway too.
Oh yeah, that'll be a problem tonight.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain. Okay, well maybe not today, but let's figure this out for maybe next week or something. That would actually be fun. We're also running out of room in our driveway.
Yeah.
Because there's still some other folks from Lunch Bunch that we haven't talked to. And, like, I wouldn't mind if they're here. I have nothing wrong with that. It's just the problem is we're, like, kind of running out of room to, like, reasonably social distance.
Yeah.
So that actually might be a good way to do that, is to just chill at the beach. I guess the problem is it gets dark, but we'll just pave the yard. An option. Thoughts on Hyrule Warriors 2? None. I haven't watched the trailer, and I don't plan to, because apparently it spoils some of the game. So I haven't, because we're you know, we still haven't spoiled the Breath of the Wild, so we're just like, eh. It's a game that we won't even consider playing until after we beat Breath of the Wild. 24 months. From Cormand, who says, can't believe 2 years already. Mostly part of the VOD squad, but I'm glad I can watch the Friday streams. I'm glad you can watch them too. They are pure, unadulterated fun. We really enjoy doing them. Can you believe that it'll be tomorrow? We get to play a game tomorrow. That's exciting. Looking forward to that. You got 500 bits from I Know How to Spell Calm. By the way, I lived out west in Dallas and didn't have a basement growing up until I moved to New Jersey, and then Sandy and a bunch of hurricanes happened. Interesting. I guess basements aren't, you know, just aren't everywhere. I guess it's not surprising that they're in New Jersey. I guess there's just a certain point, like north on the coast, that you start having it. I don't know.
So.
I don't know. And like our soil's super sandy.
Oh yeah, we
So
only have sand.
That's probably not helping us either. I'm not sure of like what specifically.
And if it's not sand, it's swamp.
It's true. It's true. How does anyone live here?
I don't know. So, is it The Notebook? The movie The Notebook?
That was filmed here?
Yeah, that was filmed in Charleston.
Yeah.
So the scene in The Notebook where they're on the boat and they're in trees and there's like the swans everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Like that's what it looks like in our swamplands. So
yeah.
If it's not sand,
that's what it looks like
what it is.
behind Lindsay's house.
Yeah.
Lindsay literally lives on a swamp. Yeah. Where was that? Was that at the
place in Mount Pleasant? What's the name of that place? Boone Plantation.
Boone Plantation, that's it. Yeah. That's where you get the nuts. They were, for a while, or still are, like the Southeast, or the U.S.'s like largest exporter of almonds or something.
I don't remember.
Or walnuts. I don't remember now. I can't remember. Can't remember every little thing. There's too much information in the world. Anyway, it's 10:30.
Uh-huh.
Tent crowd. Cocks, poops, and nuts. We did talk about all those things today. If you're joining us late, that first one was a little concerning, but it's a ball team. It's fine. That's the stream title. It's not. YouTube would not be happy with me. There's already going to be some things with a capital T happening on YouTube in the next few weeks / months. That's going to be stressful for me. So I don't need to make that stress any worse. Things we need to do for soon. Breath of the Wild tomorrow.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
That's it.
Okay. Well, that's it.
Renee says, but hey, the cords are put away.
The cords are put away. The cords are put away. And then vlogs. Yeah, I don't have any presently ready to release, but that's the goal. That's what I'll be working on today. So yeah, look out for vlogs today, and join us tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Breath of the Wild stream.
For Breath of the Wild, week 12. Good lord, we've been doing this.
Did we finish up?
Wow.
The province we were in?
We didn't finish Faron, but we mostly finished
There's a few more shrines.
Yeah, we've made our way now to the north. We can do whatever we want, really, but the game, where we are in the game, like location-wise, it's kind of pushing us up the mountain.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll do that. I don't know.
Well, we'll see.
We'll decide tomorrow.
Whatever I want to do, because I'm first.
Whatever Matt wants to do. It's fine. Okay. That's it. Hope everyone has a wonderful Thursday. We'll see you back here tomorrow night, 8 p.m. for Breath of the Wild.